Good morning, Eagle Nation, and thank you for joining us. I'm Maddie Kep.
And I'm Imogen Perez, bringing this week's news. ENN starts
right now. Welcome back, Eagle Nation, and thank you for joining us again here at Studio 301.
The weather today is a high of 71 and low of 44 with sunny skies all day. Unfortunately, though, during the 4-day weekend, you can expect storms and clouds. But despite the bad weather, Tango Charity has a bright outlook. They hosted a Feed the City Prosper event this weekend. Here's the story.
Feed the City is an organization that's been around 11 years now. It was founded by Nick Marino, and his vision was to feed restore food insecurity. There's a lot of kids that go to bed hungry, especially in the summertime, and this helps on Saturday mornings fulfill that need.
You know, there's a misconception that a lot of people that are hungry are homeless, you know, and that is a misconception that I would like to erase from their thinking, because it's not people that are homeless that are looking for meals.
It could be the neighbor next door. It could be someone that literally just lost their job and you just do not know, had a recent divorce or something like that. It's one of those things that there's 1 in 5 that have a need, and it's not like they announce it, right? So I think that's the biggest misconception is, well, do we really need an event in Prosper? Are there that many people hungry in Prosper? Yes, there is actually.
So you're impacting so many people by showing up and bringing food and bringing supplies and being here. It's making a difference to those people that need it the most.
Feed the City was able to feed thousands of families over the weekend.
And if you're interested in joining their next event, it's on Saturday, March 7th, so make sure to show up at 9 a.m. at Chili's at Gates of Prosper.
If you're looking for another way to volunteer this weekend, Cooper Kern is on scene at the Prosper Public Library with more information on Saturday's event.
Thanks, Maddie. I'm here at the Prosper Public Library, where this Saturday at 1 p.m. the library hosts an event for teens to support our first responders. Teens ages 11 through 17 are invited to make Valentine's cards for our first responders. This will count towards volunteer hours if you show up to the event. I will definitely be coming to this event this Saturday. What about you guys back at the desk?
Imogen, I'll definitely have to stop by and make some cards.
Yeah, it's great to give back to our community, especially our first responders. It's great to bring attention to our police and our fire department. Something else that brought attention was the Super Bowl halftime show. Stay tuned, Talent Talk is up next.
Oh my God, sir, dude, can you hear me? You okay? You call 911 and you tell the nurse in front office.
With big time entertainment moments,
Dylan Mines is in studio with more.
Thanks, Maddie. Well, folks, the Super Bowl halftime show has officially come and gone. And let me just say, Bad Bunny absolutely crushed it. Headlining the biggest stage in sports, the global superstar delivered a performance that felt less like a halftime show and more like a full-blown concert experience. From the visuals to the choreography to the energy in that crowd, everything just hit. And I'll be honest, I thought it was amazing. Social media lit up instantly, clips were trending within minutes, fans were calling it iconic, and a lot of people are already putting it up there with some of the best halftime shows we've seen in years. Of course, everyone not loved it, but it's the internet. But the overall response, pretty overwhelmingly positive. It felt big, it felt global, it felt like a moment. And speaking of big moments, let's talk about something else that has been absolutely smashing it in the entertainment this weekend. Markiplier's Iron Lung movie. This film, based on the indie horror game and made almost entirely independently, has been an unexpected box office hit. Despite a modest $3 million production budget, Iron Lung has pulled in over $34 million worldwide so far, making it one of the most profitable movies of 2026 based on budget to revenue alone. It opened with a $17.8 million domestic weekend across more than 3,000 theaters, an astonishing performance for a movie without a major studio behind it, and is outperforming all sorts of expectations. Just days into its runs, fans have loved it too. Despite mixed critical reviews, and audience scores have been significantly higher, proving that Markiplier's massive following really turned out in force. For any movie thought that would only have a niche audience, this kind of box office hit, more than 10 times its budget, is a legitimate breakout success. Back at the desk, what did y'all think of Bad Bunny's halftime performance, and have y'all seen Iron Lung yet?
Markiplier is one of my favorite YouTubers, so I can't wait to watch the movie. I've definitely been waiting. Also, Maddie, did you hear that the marriage at the halftime show was real?
Yes, I did, and I thought it was adorable. And another adorable couple here at PHS is Mrs. T and Coach T. Well, we had the chance to sit down with the Prosper sweethearts.
So we met in Indianapolis. She's from that area, and I went to school and played football at Butler University, which is in Indianapolis. And so I started teaching and coaching in a school around the area. So we met through some mutual friends there and started dating and got engaged when we were still living in Indianapolis. And then we moved down to Texas together, 10, 11 years ago. And then this was at Benton Braswell originally. And then she moved over to Prosper when she did. It was probably about 6 years ago now. And then I've kind of slowly made my way over to the ship.
I probably would be not the advice that I would give my daughter, which is moved across the country together, away from everybody we knew, just to start our own life and start on our own feet. And he always knew he wanted to coach Texas high school football, and so we kind of got to follow that dream.
It's great to see the two get so involved in Prosper ISD.
Yes, I love to see Mrs. Trujillo at all of our sports games.
Speaking of sports, our Prosper Eagles are on fire. Don't Go Game Time is up next.
Here we go!
And for this week's Minga code, the Minga code is relax.
Maddie, someone who definitely isn't relaxed are our Prosper Eagles.
Yes, and Ben Clark is in studio with this week's sports update.
Thanks, Maddie. Starting off with this week's game time with a quick shout out to your girls wrestling who are going to go to state this weekend. Good luck to those who are competing and bring the title home to Prosper. Moving on to your boys soccer team, on Tuesday they sadly lost to Plano West in penalties 2-2. This is after a big win against the Princeton Panthers, winning 3-0. They'll play their next game at home on Tuesday against McKinney-Boyd after the long Valentine weekend. But love is certainly not in the air on the other side of the pitch, where girls have been on a tear, winning 7 straight and crushing their opponents by a combined score of 29-1. They knocked out Princeton 9-1 and Plano West 4-0. The Lady Eagles hope to keep up the momentum, being currently first in the district right now when they travel to McKinney-Boyd next Tuesday. Next up, your Lady Eagles softball began their season last Tuesday against Wakeland, losing 8-4, but they hope to bounce back today at the CFB ISD tournament this weekend in Carrollton. The tournament starts today, where they are currently in a game right now against Crankville High School, and they'll play WT High School at 1 p.m. But staying in the mountain, Prosper Baseball will begin their season ranked number 6 in the state. They'll play a doubleheader down in Austin next Thursday at McNeil High School, with first pitches at 2 and 5 p.m. But Prosper sports never stop. When one season ends, another one is on the horizon. Boys basketball wraps up their season next Tuesday against McKinney-Boyd. Hopefully they can end their season on a high note after losing to Plano West last Tuesday 50-39. The girls ended their season last Tuesday against Plano West, losing narrowly 38-36. Congrats to all our Lady Eagles, especially the seniors, for all the hard work y'all did this season. Staying on the court, one basketball player is continuing to thrive in the spotlight from fall to winter. Holden McCrory shares his story.
For many students, playing a varsity sport is a dream come true. But a few students here at PHS take on the tall task of playing multiple sports at the highest high school level.
I think it'd be a disgrace to God if I didn't use what He's given me to play more than one sport. And I think the athleticism that He's gifted me with has, allowed me to do that.
Playing both football and basketball presents Tyler with some challenges that most athletes don't have to face.
Our season is
arguably the longest season in high school sports, so he's backing that up from football. Anytime that they make a late run into the playoffs like they did this year, like that's a very demanding ask of a young person at our level.
Although Tyler plays two of the hardest positions to play in point guard and quarterback, he's able to find ways to use his unique situation to his advantage.
I think the change of direction part of it is the biggest help. Just with how you move as a quarterback, you move as a guard. They both kind of complement each other when you go out and play, and so I think they both help me athletically. I think mentally they both help me. You got to see the court, and as a quarterback, it's pretty easy to see the court. And then when you see on the court, it helps you on the field. So mentally, I think they both kind of complement each other.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Holden McCurry.
After basketball season ends, Tyler will be back playing football in April for spring ball as the team's starting quarterback. That's all we have for you today, Eagle Nation. Thank you for letting us tell your stories. Once again, I'm Maddie Kep.
And I'm Imogen Perez. Have a great weekend and
Go Eagles!